Just frustrating. Like, especially when I look back at those moments where they're arguing, and then every time my sister's proven to be right, my mom would get so upset. And it's just like, you could have just left it and figured it out and then had a discussion about it. But instead, you had to sit there and argue and make a huge scene in front of everybody. Well, everybody, as in like me and my brothers. But sit there and make a big ol' scene and then get proven wrong like 99% of the time, and then just lose your freaking shit because you again made yourself look like a freaking idiot. It's just it's just funny because every time something happens and that woman gets upset, it's like you made yourself look like the idiot. You could have just kept your mouth shut. But here you are. So yeah. Anyways, I was raised mostly by my sister because of the chaos that was going on in our household. My sister made sure I was fed. My sister made sure I was involved in normal activities for kids our age, like going swimming and just hanging out in like groups and like night games. Like she made sure that I did those things. Like literally pull me out of the house, make me go. um my sister, she helped me like learn how to dress. She helped me learn how to do my hair, how to brush my hair so that won't hurt. And I don't know if I've said this before, but it's just like it's that in of itself just blows my mind every time I realize, because my mom is a hairdresser. She should have been able, been capable, had the skills to teach me how to brush my hair and how to pull it up. But my sister taught me. My sister raised me the most, and my parents have no right to claim otherwise. My mom always says, I raised four kids, I raised four kids. No, you didn't. You barely raised any of us. She barely raised any of us. um, but unfortunately, my sister and I grew apart once we both were teens. She became hyper focused on the Mormon religion, and I had no interest in being more involved than I had to be. Um, my main outlet, blah, blah, blah. My main outlet in life was school. So I put most of my effort into being a student that caused no trouble, got good grades, help out in the classroom, and suck up to the teachers so that I could get praise about what I felt like were achievements as a child, like good grades, because I didn't get that at home. Um, the only praise I ever got at home was that I was such a quiet, easygoing kid that asked for nothing from my parents besides apparently getting surgery. Apparently, that's all I ever asked from them. And a roof over my head. Not water, not heat, not electricity, not food, but we had a roof over our head, and they gave me surgery when I needed it. Um, yeah, they didn't get me medical aids for outside of my surgery recovery periods, like lifts on my left shoe or anything. So, yeah, anyways, I did well in school. I got good grades and I stayed out of trouble and I graduated slightly early. Not a lot, just it was like a little less than half a year or something early. But still, I graduated early. It was more than my one brother, brother B, who hadn't graduated yet. Um, in 2011, when I was 17, I got my first job at a fast food restaurant and spent most of my extra time working or with my coworkers outside of school, not home. I broke up with my abusive boyfriend I had from 8th grade to the beginning of my senior year when I had just turned 18. I began dating my now husband, Trevor, that December, thanks to a good friend of ours who encouraged us to go out. Grinning. Don't look at me. Um, I say to myself, don't look at me. Um, in 2012, I graduated from high school. My sister went on her LDS mission, and my mother oddly became the best mother she has ever been to me while my sister was away for those 2-ish years. That is also when the heavy emotional manipulation towards me began from my mother. She would say things like, "Your brothers are so mean to me." And not even like that. Let me try and say it the way she says it. "Your brothers are so mean to me. I taken care of you at your lowest when everyone else moved on without you. I'm a good mom, right? They're just so mean to me." And just, yeah, that's when that kind of bullshit started from her. When my sister left. For competition. Um, Trevor and I freaking grin every time I see his name. I'm so freaking cheesy. I'm sorry. Trevor and I moved into a rental for 1 year at the beginning of 2014. I had begun working in finance at the time as a teller and then a customer service rep at a credit union not a credit union, at a credit card company, and then back as a teller at a different institution. In 2015, once our lease was up, because I made some poor decisions with my finances, I moved back in with my parents, and Trevor rented a room at my brother B's house. This is when eventually those two get in a physical altercation that I've mentioned in the past. And then Trevor moves in with me at my parents' house after that happened. Um, and then Trevor personally helped me get out of debt, and I didn't ask or expect him to because I got myself into the debt. It wasn't his fault, but he's just a good guy. Oh, I might cry. Wow. He's a good guy. And then we began looking for our own house. Uh, After that. And then in the fall of 2016, we moved into our first house and we got married shortly after, because if you're going to get a mortgage with me, we might as well get married. um, and then in 2017, I had become too unhappy with the job, like the career path that I was on. Literally crying every way on my way. I can't talk. Blah. Literally crying every day on my way home from work, like most days. And so yeah, I made the career change back into food service, with help and encouragement from Trevor. Yeah, he's the one who saw that I was struggling. He's the one who took steps to get me in a new job. He's the one who initiated everything and got me out of just forcing myself to suffer. Seems to be the role he plays a lot. He's fucking awesome. Wow, why is this turning into this? So yeah, so then I worked in food service as a lunch lady for 2017 to the beginning of 2021, and then in 2021, Trevor got the opportunity to take a job that was here in Colorado. Um, we both jumped on the chance to finally experience life outside of Utah and just do something totally new together. The both of us just supporting each other because we didn't know anyone out here and we trusted each other enough to just do it together. So that's cool. Um, yeah, moving out here's been the best decision we've made. So, yeah.